everyone. Happy Tuesday here at the Baker's Gonna Learn YouTube channel. We've had a special guest since Sunday evening here in Tennessee. We have been loving it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ashley Falco!
I'm here, and you're extra.
Always.
Yes,
oh, I mean,
a little bit extra.
You've been to a live show before.
No, I have not.
A live show, we are like 0 to 100 real quick.
1,000%. That's exactly what
all day,
happened.
every single day. I am so excited to have you on the show today.
I'm a little nervous, y'all. Just a little nervous. Lives make me nervous.
Every person, especially like that watches live, are like, go be instant BFFs with you because
I hope
you're so creative,
Were we
so
instant
fun.
BFFs?
Yeah.
Like online BFFs.
Yes. And
I came to your house on Sunday.
And just made yourself at home.
That's right.
She started cooking dinner with us. We went grocery shopping.
That's right.
I took her to the Starbucks we've prayed over for 10 years to come. I showed her around town. Like, y'all, it's been so much fun. So, Ashley, welcome to Tennessee.
For having me.
She has filmed, been such a treat, has filmed so many new videos for you guys.
I'm exhausted, y'all. He is... he has been working me into the ground.
We're working her.
Yeah.
We've been working her. So many fun videos coming on the channel.
Yes, but a lot of them.
Ashley, there could be some people here that have no idea who you are.
No idea.
Let's roll it back.
Okay.
Who are you? What do you do? Give us all the details.
Okay, so my name's Ashley Falco. I have been a small business owner on Etsy since 2012. Tanner knows all about me. So then in 2020, I opened up my own cardstock company. Through that time, I've grown my social media to really, I would say, like a fairly decent audience. Well, I met your wife first, like 2020, around the time I opened up the cardstock shop. And so me and her just chatted before, and I had no idea who Tanner Bell was. And that was, I had posted on my own Instagram some work I did for them. And they were like, oh my gosh, you're doing work for Tanner. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, you're like, I don't know. And they're like, started linking you. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then me and you have become, I would say we were like besties.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're like really, we're doing so many, we have
in real life
so many fun. I love that most of the work we've been, or hanging out we've been doing has nothing to do with work, which is so fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's
been
really,
a lot
really
of fun.
neat. So your cardstock, now I have to add in here, so I started 2022 with a mission. I believe it was 2022. Yes.
At the beginning of it, yeah.
Yeah, or 2023.
I think 2023.
Yes, but January of 2023.
Because it's been a full year.
I came into the office one day and I said, guys, I cannot be seen promoting this cardstock from Walmart, this cardstock from Michael's, that like just hodgepodge of cardstock. Like we need to, I literally said to the team, we are marrying a brand of cardstock this year.
And I was already online besties with Courtney.
You were already besties with Courtney.
Yeah.
I had no idea
me and you did not know each other at that point
I
yet.
had no idea that she had a cardstock company, but Courtney like perked up and was like, Tanner, I have the cardstock that like cuts like butter inside the Cricut. I'm ordering it. We're going to like test it because that's what we did. We did put Ashley's up head to head against quite a few other brands.
Thanks for doing that.
Yes, and we fell in love. Like it cuts so faithfully. So over the past year or two, we have been using it as our cardstock.
Exclusively,
Celebration Warehouse
and
cardstock.
I have to interrupt you. It was so cool because this is the first time I've been to your studio. Yeah. And Alicia took me on a tour and she said, and this is your cardstock. And my name, AF Cardstock, is there. I was like, okay.
So this is the face behind Celebration Warehouse. If you all have just been listening and been seeing, it's super, super fun. I also just like love all of the work Ashley does just as an artist herself, which is like the main part of like all of the fun that she does. Like you'll want to follow her, see all her work. It's incredible. You're like a pro at Instagram, I want to say.
He keeps calling me an expert. The last 3 days, I feel like he's like bumping my ego up a little bit. I don't know. I show up at like 6 a.m. I generally look like a hot mess. Yes, I generally look like a hot mess.
Not at all.
Sometimes I've had too much cup of coffee and I'm running around like crazy. It's just a good time. I love being a crafter, and so I'm always like getting my hands into some random things.
Yeah.
Well, recently I said the other day I said I'm making a marquee letter, and you were like, why? why are you doing that? I'm like, because I want to.
So it is like crazy cool.
So random.
I saw him and I was like, how is she doing this? She's like, no, it's really not that hard.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
really
okay.
not that hard. You'll watch me on YouTube for it.
I love it. Now, another fun thing that we've just been collaborating on is Ashley's cardstock is coming to Make-a-thon.
Yeah.
So one thing this year about Make-a-thon, if you did not attend last year, or if you did attend last year, you'll be happy to know all of the supplies to attend and actually participate are so affordable. So we have been able to make it super easy and accessible. If you want to come to Make-a-thon this year, you want to get in before March 2nd. So we have tickets. Miss Sadie just dropped the links for you. So if you have not got a Make-a-thon ticket, grab it. If you are lucky enough to be one of the 1 in 600, we sent out 600.
Sadie said she sent 600 boxes. Bless her. Bless her.
Bless her.
I should have sent my husband to you, Sadie.
Yeah, we needed him. We needed him. So if you're one of the 600, you have some of that in your box.
Yes,
Woo!
and they're really good colors. You guys
So good.
handpicked some colors, and I was like, wow, those are some really good stuff.
But if you do still want to participate in the full live event on March 2nd and get lifetime access to the recordings, you can still participate, grab a ticket. No box included because we ran out, but the ticket is still less than the cost of one night in a hotel, which is insane. You can make all 4 projects live with us, and that's like our completion. Like, I don't know the last time that I completed 4 projects in one day intentionally just for self-leisure. So that's why like this event is so big and we love hosting it, is to help you guys like just be a little selfish. Like,
get into crafting.
Yeah, block it off and do it. So it's gonna be super fun. I can't wait for you to see all the projects we have, the supply list. We've really, wanted to make it super accessible. So we have a lot more accessible projects in the last like couple of months, like
I've
going
seen a couple
into
of
the
them,
new year.
and they're good.
They're so good.
Yeah, I've been here for 3 days, and I've been listening, and that stuff is I'm like, oh, okay, I like that, and I've been giving tips a little bit, like, oh, you can get them here, and they're like, oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's so fun. So we love it. So we love it. Today we are having a conversation on the show that I am so excited to have.
Well, I think we might ruffle some feathers.
It's gonna be so good.
I know that me and you have talked about it a little bit.
We go back. We
go back and forth about this. This comes like I think it might get a little heated.
No, not at all.
You have a very strong opinion.
I do.
Actually, all the girls here have a very strong opinion with you. I am the black sheep of this entire studio.
And I'm really excited. Like, I am here showing up for this conversation like very neutral. Like,
no, you're not.
I am.
No.
I'm excited to learn.
Okay.
I'm excited to soak up all the things that you
So you're
I've
willing
witnessed.
to
I'm so
take
interested
in what I have to say?
Of course.
So you're going to take all your bias and throw them straight out the window.
My bias is sat to the side
Okay.
for this conversation.
Okay. Promise?
Of course, pinky
swear.
promise.
Okay.
Pinky promise. I promise. We're talking about today Cricut versus the Juliet.
The Caesar
Juliet machine, which is would you say this is the machine that's the closest comparable to apples to a Cricut machine?
1,000%.
Perfect.
1,000%.
They also have the Caesar Romeo.
Which would be closest to the Venture.
Right, the Venture. A little backstory for anyone that has not heard your story. Tell us about just your generalized experience of getting a Juliet for the first time, and like, because Ashley you probably have seen Ashley on Instagram.
They've seen my back
With like six to 8 Cricuts working at one time.
Yeah.
So you're in bed with Cricut. Like,
yes, I am.
Cricut.
I would say that I'm like well versed in Cricut.
Yeah.
And I did it for a business. I ran 8 Cricuts for my business. Every day. Right? And I would say that the one biggest frustration I have with Cricut is their print then cut feature. That is it messes up all the time. Yeah. It's finicky.
Sure.
And uploading images to that can get sometimes annoying. So I got approached from Caesar to say, hey, we have a new machine. Yeah. Can we send it to you? And I'm like, okay, thinking that this was going to be
nothing.
Nothing. And the print then cut over there is 1,000%. like over on the Cricuts, if you do like a dark print and cut and like dark color cardstock, you have to do like hacks, right?
Oh yeah, we provide the hacks.
Yeah, they're like, and I have them on my channel. Yes, you have to hack the crud out of them.
Right.
And over on the Caesars, you don't. Like I have done craft cardstock, so like really dark brown cardstock.
Beautiful.
Beautiful print and cuts.
Wow.
Holographic sticker paper. Print and cut.
No
perfectly
hack
fine.
required.
And I've never had to calibrate my machines.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Fascinating.
Yes.
I love that.
So if you're a cricketer that really only does print and cut, that machine, hands down,
how about it?
Is where you should be at.
Yeah.
Now, there are some drawbacks to it.
Sure.
Because look,
and we'll
Cricut's been around for a long time.
Yes.
And they're the most user-friendly out there. So if you don't know how to design anything or to press a button, like it's like really, really good and easy. But then trying to move to like something that's fairly new can be a little bit hard. However, for me, because I've been a user of so many craft machines.
Extraordinaire.
Right.
Expert.
I kind of know like, oh, this button's gonna do it over here, although it has a different name. So for me, it's easy, but for a brand new person, you know, like.
And I think that's what, like, when you hear our bias, like, it comes from, I think one of the few things I do really well is looking at the average consumer that is more of a hobbyist that wants to have a great experience. And I think you hit it so proper. Cricut's been around for 14, 15, I mean, over 20 years. Like, I think it was founded in like 2004, 2005. So 20 years of innovation for die cutting and learning about die cutting from the consumer, and the time that they have taken and honestly the dollars spent for the software. Because I feel like if you can have the best hardware, you can have the best machine.
Well, I would agree.
But until software is super user friendly, you can't even access hardware.
Right.
So that's why you have to really see and make a true comparison from software being number one. And I'm so excited. I think Caesar is like so dedicated to making their machine the best.
Well, I know that they are.
Yeah, they're totally like, they're showing up and showing out with hardware, and now as they expand, they're already developing so much for software.
Right.
So I'm so excited to see where it's at today and where it's going. It's going to be so amazing. And honestly, what I love to say, especially in the craft industry, and this is proven to be true in any industry, competition makes it all better for the consumer.
That is the truth.
There has never been an instant that more competition has been bad for an industry. Because what more competition does is it will, like, Cricut will be watching this and be like, oh my gosh, like, we need to fix all of this hardware. Yeah. And like Caesar can watch this and be like, oh gosh, maybe we need to think about it from the lens of being super user friendly to the consumer, the average consumer.
It just propels people to do better in their own brand.
Yes, because when there's no competition, I think everyone can find truth in this, that brands get stale.
Yeah,
like
stagnant.
There's no innovation because there's no required reason to innovate. So that's why I'm like, this is a big deal for us to have this conversation, but I love it because people have asked for it. I've seen you naturally switch and gravitate more to Juliet, and I'm excited to see like the things about it. So I'm excited to be here as just a spectator and like throw you some questions from the group. We have so many friends here. People are obsessed with your cardstock.
I love that.
Here in the chat.
I absolutely love it.
Love it. Oh, switching to Ashley Falco after my supply depletes.
Yes, okay. I love hearing that.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
It's so faithful.
Yeah.
Love it. Got my Makeathon box. Love your cardstock. Love your cardstock. So nice to see you.
Oh my
love
word!
Your cardstock.
Look at that.
Of course, we're gonna be BFFs with the person that makes the best cardstock.
Yes. Hello.
Period.
What, Megan Irk? Thank you.
Megan Irk is a longtime friend of the show, friend of mine as well. So it's so good, so good, and it's love it. So the Caesar software is free, correct? Like the base model?
There's like a basic and a pro, and the basic is free.
Beautiful.
And even if you don't own the Caesar machines, you can still download the program. It's called Leonardo. And you can download it and play it around. Now, most of the features that are
same with
like
Cricut.
Right, you can. So that's the greatest thing is if you don't have either machine, you have no idea what you're doing. Download both and just play around with both.
Ooh, we have a friend who hasn't turned on their makers since they bought a Juliet a year ago.
I do have to say that I absolutely love the Juliet and the Romeo because the machine cuts so much better and cuts like even my cardstock better. Okay. But like I'm always going to the Cricut because there's so many Cricut users. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so like many. In the game of what we do, you know, you have a YouTube channel, I have one. Yeah. And if I post a Caesar video, not everyone's gonna watch it, right? Totally. And so like there's more Cricut users, you know?
Did you know, this is fun. So one thing I like to do in my spare time is read, Cricut is a publicly traded company now. So you can read their stock reports. You can see how much money they're making. You can see what they're up to. They have 2 million.
This is why we're friends, because I also do the same. So I know these statistics you're about ready to spout off.
They have 2 million Access members, which is their subscription. So cool. They also have, I believe, over 6 million people that have a registered active machine. So over 6 million users. So it's just, I mean, apples to apples. I'm not sure the stats
I'm not either.
On Caesar or anything like that, but it's still, I mean, they're sold inside Michael's. I know they're a great vendor.
Joann's may have them. I've seen them hit and miss. I've been to a Joann's, they have them not in others.
Caesar is, so one thing you'll find interesting about Caesar is they do not sell direct to consumer.
They don't, which I think is really difficult.
Which is really an interesting dynamic for the consumer. Cricut, you can go to Cricut.com, buy everything you want.
Yeah, all their supplies and everything you can get direct from Cricut.
Caesar, you have to get what they call a distributor. So that could be Michael's, Joann's, wherever.
Or even like online, you know, like Heat Transfer Warehouse has them.
Yes. So that's just something to be aware of. So today, we are going to show you a design software comparison. Yeah. So excited to go over that. Yeah. We're going over a print then cut with the Juliet. Yes. So excited to see what you love about it. A vinyl name, and then we're going to go cut some cardstock?
Well, just a little bit. What I wanted to show you is because in the videos that we've been recording, I created a cardstock banner file within For Makers Gonna Learn website. And when I was talking to Alicia, I was like, look, if I take this file and put it over into the Caesar, you're gonna see a huge difference between the two. So I have it already loaded up in the Cricut design space so I can show you what it looks like there. And then I'm gonna take that same file, put it into Caesar. Then we'll be able to see like in real time, like what the differences are.
That'll be super, super awesome. So also today launching, we'll have the link for you very soon. We have some brand new files that Ashley has worked with our design team to develop that are coming out to coordinate with some of her videos. So we're going to feature some of those files today on the show.
They're good.
So good. We love it. So if you're not a member, we've dropped a link for you to get started with our membership for $1. You get 20 download credits for $1. Ashley, the math on that? 5 cents a download.
I know. And I have been on the Makers Gonna Learn website. And I was like, oh, favorite.
So sweet. We love it. We love it. And we have so much to talk about today. We're also giving away a $50 Ashley Falco Celebration Warehouse gift card.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
So all you need to do, whether you're watching the replay, you're watching live, just comment, and at the show on next Wednesday, we will announce the winner from this giveaway. So anybody can be entered to win. We'll just announce it next Wednesday at the show. It's super, super fun. We can't wait to see who wins that. I love it. Ginger, we have a Juliet here. Caesar was so nice to send a Juliet when they first launched, and we haven't made a ton of content on it. So I'm so excited that we have the expert, the tried and true. I would argue that you've probably used the machine the most out of anyone that's not an employee of Caesar.
Like, maybe,
What if that's true?
What if that is true? What if, I don't know.
I would be very confident.
It could be. I don't know too many users that do have the Caesar. I know I have converted a couple Cricut users into a Caesar, but like I'm not entirely sure how many.
Right. I think you are probably one of the best people to have here and talk about this conversation.
I'm excited to try and you know, convert maybe
I'm so
a little
excited.
bit.
Here's what I would love for you guys to do before we jump in. As we go through the show and things come up, feel free to drop the comments here. We have a great group. Over 200 are live with us right now. And if you have questions, please speak up, because we want to have your input for the conversation as we do this. So Ashley, are we ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Woo! Heading over to the craft table.
Okie dokie.
So fun.
You want to do which one?
Let's dive right into the design software comparison so we can start having this conversation so people can kind of see what it would look like for them to experience the software.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm sure there are well-versed Cricut users out there. If I were to open up a brand new window in the Caesar Leonardo program, this is what it would look like. Now, I say this a lot on my own YouTube channel, but you know that when you're on Cricut, everything that is on your screen, no matter where it's at, that will be cut. Well, over on the Caesar Leonardo program, it's not like that. This box that you see on the screen,
Is your mat?
That's going to be your entire cutting area.
Interesting.
So when I went and talked about the whole Cricut craft thing, was this particular banner that is going to be available in the Makers Gonna Learn website. Woohoo. So this was the SVG file that I created, and like I had said, this entire thing is on the Cricut design space. And obviously when we go over into the make screen, what it does is it auto-populates all the colors individually, right? So everything that was on the screen gets moved over into the cut screen, right? Mm-hmm. And we're used to that. I mean, we are Cricut users, and I'm sure you're used to that.
So yeah, I think it's really interesting, the dynamic of like having the mat there. Like, it reminds me of the Silhouette software a little bit.
Yeah, so I would say that the Caesar Leonardo program best emulates the Silhouette program.
Okay, perfect.
That's, you know, how I would describe it.
Totally.
But there's I feel like it's more user friendly than the Silhouette program.
Okay.
A little bit more.
I think when I think about Silhouette, like the software for Silhouette is very like, I feel like I have to be like, go get a graphic design degree.
No, absolutely.
To work with it. So would you feel like this software is kind of a great meet in the middle between Cricut and where Silhouette has with their Pro Edition? Because you can make full SVGs and export them and things like that inside of Silhouette.
Well, you could do this. You can export this SVG file in, like, this is already an SVG file. If I wanted to save and then right wherever it's at.
Could it be save as?
No, it's export.
Oh, export.
I'm looking for that export button.
Where would that be?
It's gonna make me out to be a letter. Let me see. Let's just insert a square here.
Sure.
And I don't know. I'm not quite sure where your export button is, but there is an export button.
Okay.
On my laptop, there is, like, right underneath import, there's an export button. And a button would pop up that says export your own SVG file, and you can export your SVG file.
Now, is this software right here just the base? Do we know if it's the paid version or the free that we have loaded on this computer?
Oh, you know what? I don't know.
Because that usually is more of a paid feature.
You know what? I think that this is the free version.
Okay, cool.
So maybe that's the difference, is that you don't have the Pro version and I do.
Right.
So this would be obviously the difference between the Pro and the Basic.
And then I'm going to pull up, just so that everyone's aware, this software is called Caesar
Leonardo.
I want to pull up the pricing just so that we have a good grip.
Yes.
I just want to see if I can pull this up to talk about the differences in the pricing and the things like that. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool features like path text, arc text, which is their curve feature, expanded weld tools, vector brush. They have a eraser brush that's available when you're paying for the Pro version. But Ashley, I'm on Caesar's website. They don't have the pricing.
I don't think that they do have the pricing,
so
Tanner,
funny.
because
I'm gonna go search
let me go.
Pro.
Generally,
price.
Are you enjoying the Caesar machine? I'm gonna say yes. Just hello.
Okay, so it's available for $8.99 per month if you're interested in subscribing for their Pro.
And I do have to say, as I'm here, like, generally under the text, I have the Pro.
Yeah.
And so I would not only have just a text box, but I would also have like a curve feature and one that would make a wave.
Yes.
So you're definitely missing a lot more features than what I see on my computer.
Right.
And obviously exporting SVGs, even if you had a Silhouette program, you would still have to pay for the Silhouette Pro Edition in order to be able to save your own SVG files. So the only difference between the two is no matter what membership you get over at the Cricut website, you're never going to be able to save your own SVG files.
Right. So they all go to the cloud. They're all in their ecosystem.
Cloud.
So that is nice when you are in systems like Caesar or Silhouette. You have more ability to export designs that you make. Cricut keeps it very much like Apple, where it's like all in their ecosystem, all in their world. One thing that Cricut is notorious for is taking things called like heat transfer vinyl and coming up with their own name, like Iron-On. Like the only company that calls heat transfer vinyl Iron-On is Cricut. So that's just, if you are a natural born Cricut user, if you've been raised Cricut only, and you're starting to venture out just to see what's out there, you'll notice that some of these flexibilities or possibilities are different than what you could have been used to with Cricut, which is neat.
Yeah, so the one thing, and we'll go back to that saving SVG files, I have a laser cutter.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like to incorporate like my HTV or vinyl into my laser projects. So if I'm able to design all in one software, export my SVG file, I can pick and choose what I go over to my laser, what I do with my Cricut.
And I think that's a really good point when we think about how seamless your experience has been. Again, you're so well versed in other softwares.
Yeah.
Like you bring a lot of past experience from other design softwares to the table when this is introduced. So,
you're making me feel good about myself and making me think that I am an expert. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I am an expert.
So what other things do you think, for anyone that's considering just knowing the differences, what else was like a really big aha moment for you?
For this, let me go back to that party banner.
Let's do it.
Because remember, we have it over on the Cricut and it's like, come on now. This is what it looks like, all like spaced out in all our mats, right?
Right.
So like the biggest difference, if you go over to the Leonardo program, this file is the same exact size as the file in Cricut Design Space. If we were to try and send this over, because it's all on our screen, if we were to try to send this over into the Caesar program, there is two things that you can do. One of which is only the selected artwork, and the other one is the artwork that fits on the page. So you remember that square I was talking about? If it's not on the square, it's not going to the cut screen. So you can see that the A, R, and those two pennants are highlighted. If we were to press send, the only thing that is over in the cut screen are those two pennants, and then I guess we have some extra words here. So the workaround to that, which is kind of a pain, is I would select everything, and I'm gonna just go and center all of this. And I'm gonna put it all on my square that we have, right? We're gonna press send design, and we're gonna do all the artwork that fits on the page, and then we'll just press send. And look,
again.
Yeah, so now what we have to do is move all of these pieces. Like this is like two blue pieces. We need to move these away so they don't touch each other. We need to move this.
But is it organized by color?
It is organized by color, but it's not like how you would see it in Cricut Design Space.
No, totally.
Where you press make, and it's like I don't have to touch the white. The white's already separated. You know.
And can you stay there for 1 second and scroll through? Like y'all, you have no idea how valuable it is for me to know what color goes on what mat.
Amen.
If you're doing 14, 15, if you're doing 18 mats, there is no way you're gonna remember
absolutely
your
not
colors. So Ashley,
yes.
What do you do? First of all, I am new to this, so like watching her center it and like copy it and those buttons, like that was just a lot for me. Like I think one of the things I do really well is I get really overwhelmed easy. So it's easy for me to teach from an overwhelmed place and like go back to basics a lot. So taking that into consideration, what is your cheat sheet hack if you were to do this on the Juliet right now? Like, do you take a picture of it before?
You know, I have to tell you.
Tell me your
secret.
secret.
Honest, my secret is I just use the Cricut.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah,
that's totally fine.
I have tried making banners, and I do have a couple of tutorials of that on my own YouTube channel, and I can tell you that by the time I'm done, it's definitely possible, but like, if I was doing this as a business still on my Etsy shop, this would not be the way I would do it.
Right.
It is just, it's not as fluid as that it is on the Cricut. You know what I mean? Yeah. Does that make sense?
No, it totally does. Yeah. And I think this example is actually really, really great because I see a lot of users here that are interested in the comments and loving it and that have been enjoying it. I think to commit, and I mean, we are welcoming you to have 2 machines.
Yeah,
we welcome that.
So that's the thing.
If you have the space, the budget, and the excitement to explore a new machine, I'm all for it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is so for me, I love making party decorations. And so I'm going to do my cardstock projects on the Cricut.
Yeah.
I personally think the Caesar machines cut better on my cardstock, but I'm still going to use the Cricut Design Space because it's just so easy for cardstock projects.
Right.
However, simple vinyl decals or HTV decals or even printing kits, I'm going to go to the Caesar for that.
Yeah.
Because there's only going to be one mat.
Right.
So I'm going to show you that.
Yes, that's going to be so good.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So let's just go into something I've already designed. Wait, these are going to be these SVG files that are going to be on the Makers Gonna Learn website. If there's anything you need to know about me, a crispy Diet Coke from the gas station. And I have been here for 3 days and Tanner's not fed me 1 Diet Coke. I just want to let you know.
Listen, I drive an electric car. We don't go to gas stations.
I'm just giving him a hard time.
I have tried to feed this woman 3 squares a day, and she has only ate 1 meal a day, y'all.
I am on a diet.
I have been concerned.
It's almost bathing suit season, and I need to get ready.
I love it.
The bikini.
Now, Ashley, sorry to cut you off about your bathing suit season. I have a question.
Yeah.
And it's certainly not from me, it's from the viewers. And now I'm very intrigued. Does Caesar have adaptive tools?
No, they don't. Unfortunately not. So
do they have score?
If you've used the Caesar or the Silhouette.
Yeah.
And their score line, have you seen it? It's like a proofrated line.
Yes.
It goes down the thing.
It's not a real...
Well,
it's nice.
So I actually prefer the proofreaded lines. The reason for that is I make 3D letters in boxes. Sometimes making the folds of the paper is really hard, which that the proofreaded line makes the bending of the paper a lot easier. But not a lot of people like the scored line.
Well, Ashley, I'm a card maker.
Oh,
card makers love
Here he goes.
Good real score line.
Yeah, I know. Tanner's trying to out me here.
No.
Yeah, he is.
Ashley,
you can tell him. You can tell him.
Ashley owns a a very successful cardstock company. I just assumed that you would also be a card maker.
And
Ashley goes against the grain.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them what you told me?
Well, so yesterday we were all sitting around the table and they were talking about some projects and something about a card came up and they said, I don't know, ask Ashley, she makes the cards. They said, who told you that? I've been a paper crafter since 2012. I've never made 1 card ever. And the entire room stopped and everyone was like, you've never made a card? I'm like, nope.
Y'all.
Never have.
If you don't know my origin story, I started making cards in 2010. I just thought it was it's funny to me that you went straight to 3D projects and advanced and this, and I'm over here paper, cards are not hard, but they're such an easy entry point. That's normally how most people get hooked into paper crafting.
Is making
cards first, from my experience.
So I do have to say though that if you're getting a gift from me, guarantee I will never buy you a card from the grocery store either. I'm just not a card giver.
I love it.
I'd make you a great cake topper or birthday banner. Yes.
I love that.
You're gonna want that more than a card from me. I'm just saying.
Totally gonna want that more. Sin says, Tanner and Blake kept me well fed while I was visiting. Sin, we pull out all stops. We took her to the melting pot.
I've never had the melting pot before.
It's so good.
That's fondue, ain't it?
Yes, we love to do, we've advanced to fondue nights at our house, but that's a whole other story. I need my score line too. So there's no adaptive tools with this machine yet.
Pat from Caesar, he's some head honcho over there. He says they're coming. I've had conversations with him. And he says that they're coming. I've asked them about when.
Or what tools?
Yeah, when or what. And he kind of hems and haws.
Okay.
So I'm not sure that that's something that we should be holding our breath on. It'll come when it comes. Apparently, making adaptive tools for your machine is really hard.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Cool. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so you have your stickers that are here in the Caesar software.
Yep, the Caesar software. I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to upload a SVG file.
I'm interested.
Okay, so if you're in the Caesar software, all you need to do is either you can go to A and you can go to File and Import, or we can do some keyboard shortcuts, and we're gonna do Command-I on the Mac. And I am just gonna open up my Crispy Diet Coke SVG PNG file and then press open.
Now, Ashley, do you know anyone named Jen Jackson?
No.
Okay, she's a friend of the show. She's on here. She just commented, and I have to share it with you. Ashley's accent is really coming out being around Tanner, and I love it.
So Alicia said the same thing.
Oh my God.
So I spent some years in Kentucky.
Yes.
And I'm also from California. So I feel like I talk really fast, like I'm a Californian. And then I've picked up the Kentuckian accent. Well, now I live in South Carolina, and it's just a melting pot of people. I feel like I have that personality trait, I guess, where I pick up people's accents really well. And Alicia has an even stronger Southern accent than you do. And me and her have been hanging out, and next thing you know, I know Sadie was like, your voice just keeps changing. I'm like, it's because y'all keep talking to me.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, action fire questions. I know you're about to show us uploading. I have 2 action fire questions for you. 1. I already know the answer to this one. We were bragging on this machine for this. Does Juliet use mats?
So they do. If you use cardstock, no matter what machine you're using on, you need to use a mat. The like vinyl, HTV, the stuff that you don't cut all the way through, it does not matter the brand that you're using. You can go matless with this machine. I know that with the Cricut, you have to have the Cricut Smart brand material.
Which is very expensive.
And not many people enjoy working with that.
Right, and we again have hacked the system where you could cut just vinyl.
You have.
Yeah.
You have to link that video for me.
Okay,
because I've not seen your hack.
Oh, we just well this or that.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Little secret sauce. Second question is, can you use pins with the Caesar Juliet?
Well, you can, and well, I would not suggest it. I have played around with it enough, and they have like Caesar sublimation markers that work for that, but I would not, it's not something that I would suggest doing. If you were going to use a pen, I would just do it on the Cricut. It's a little bit easier to do and to use over there.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, back to you. So sorry.
Okay.
Derailed Jess.
So we just imported this Diet Coke PNG file. And we're going to do a print then cut, so then we're just going to press next. And then this box is going to pop up. Because this file is saved without a background, you don't really have to do anything besides keep pressing next until you get, this is just loading up.
And is this software cloud-based or like computer-based?
I'm pretty sure you can save it to the cloud, but I always save my files onto my computer for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
one other question. Can you use this software with no internet?
Yes.
That's very nice as well.
This is the nice thing, is you can use it without the internet.
Love it.
Okay, so one thing to note here is because we don't have a background on here, you can see these like small little cutouts that are right here. If you wanted to get rid of them for whatever reason, you would just click this thing right here and you can see that it all went away. That's perfect. I'm just gonna leave them in because I just want to, and I'm gonna press next. And then I'm gonna press finish. Okay, so this is my right here. Let me move all of this away. This right here is going to be your finished uploaded PNG file. So it seems to have more buttons to press than the Cricut Design Space. However, sometimes I've noticed when you're trying to import like high DPI, which is just like real high resolution PNG files, Cricut likes to take its sweet time doing that. But because we're not cloud-based or like internet-based over here, it goes a lot quicker.
Now, question, does the mat just automatically change? So I've noticed it's went from a 12 by 12 mat.
Yeah.
It's now an 8.5 by 11 mat.
It does just
automatically
change.
do it because it's a print and cut image?
Yes.
It just decides for you.
It does, but the beauty of this is like this is an 8.5 by 11 machine, the Juliet is. If you wanted to do a larger print then cut, all you would need to do is come over here into the print right here. And you would set your paper size to whatever size that you wanted to. Now, this right here is a 12-inch machine, so you could do a 12-inch cutout. So we could do a 12 by 12-inch paper size and press OK, and then press OK again. Now you have a full 12-inch print then cut ability. So I know over on the Cricuts you can't do 12-inch by 12-inch.
Right.
So that is the benefit over here.
Okay, cool. Love
okay.
it.
So I'm just going to go back to like where we had the this right here. And I'm going to change this back to 8.5 by 11 because we're going to print this out on I think what is it? What kind of, is it like waterproof vinyl that we're printing this on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're probably using some of our favorites.
Yeah, so let's build a contour for this, which you can do an offset over on Cricut Design Space.
How do you do it here?
You press this little star button that looks like it has like a little shadow. It's called Build Contours.
Okay.
And you can click on that. This box is going to pop up. And you just want to bump this up, and you can see that blue line that's growing. You can make this as large or as small as what you want it to be. So this blue line is going to be our new contour, which if you were in Cricut Design Space, this would be your offset.
Gotcha.
So you just make whatever size that you want. Once you're happy, you press apply, and then that's your offset.
Now, Ashley, I am just curious. So someone just commented it looks more complicated, and I think it's just different. So within that, how did you learn all of these different things? How did you learn?
Well, first and foremost, I just press buttons.
Okay.
And
you explore with curiosity.
I most definitely, I think that's a part of crafting. The joy of crafting is that we don't know what we're doing.
Right. Yeah.
until we do it, right? And we're like, oh my gosh, this is cool. So anytime, and I've said before, like I have laser machines. I didn't know how to work them. And yes, I have my own YouTube channel, but I did not watch YouTube tutorials on that. So I just outed myself.
That was one of my questions, was how has your experience been troubleshooting and or looking for any training on this machine?
I would have to say that there is not a lot of Caesar tutorials out there to reference. There are a few people. I have some Caesar tutorials on my own YouTube channel. As I learn, I try and post my learnings. But really, honestly, it's just trial and error. And I kind of know because I've now worked with Cricut and the Silhouette, now the Caesar, and multiple different laser and design programs. I kind of know what I'm looking for, like different lines and stuff like that. But I've also been doing it since 2012.
Yes. I think just for anyone considering this machine, you have to be excited to solve problems and explore rather than you just need to be ready to understand the amount of training and amount of people using the machine to create the high quality tutorials that are available in the Cricut very quickly are just not as available yet with Caesar. You know, it's a newer machine.
Yeah, I would say it's newer. There's not a lot of content, not a lot of learning content.
Right.
So you just have to be open to learning the program.
Yes, totally. Perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to an 8.5 by 11 print then cut. And then I'm just gonna show you how to do the print then cut. This is the sticker sheet that I created.
Yay.
So everything fits on the page. We have an 8.5 by 11 letter size. I'm just gonna press send design. And then we are just gonna make sure that this right here is checked. It's all the artwork that fits on the page. Wait, before we do that, let me change this because I noticed that there was an issue. There we go. I just wanted to readjust the page marks because this little caret right here got cut off on my last printed sheet that I did for this. So press send design, then send again. Okay. If you were on the Cricuts and you did this, which I don't have it loaded up in the Cricuts, but you would have one mat on the Cricuts, right? You would have this thing that also has your cutting contours. You would have to go into make and then press send to printer, load it into your Cricut, and then you wouldn't have to do anything else, right? So for the Caesar program, what we have to do is we have to first send this to the printer. So right here, I need to make sure that I am going to be printing on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Why does it say 12 inch by looks like it's a 12-inch page. I don't know. Hopefully we're gonna make this work. Technology. But it says that I'm printing on 8.5 by 11.
Don't you see the little, it's 8.5 by 11.
But this whole box is 12 inches. So we're gonna trust the process and we're just gonna press send to printer.
Well, I think it thinks you're gonna put it on the map.
I think so too. We shall see. That's so fine. All I'm gonna do is print this sheet and press print. Beautiful. And I'm gonna wait for this thing to print. Now, when it's done printing, what you have to do manually is come and click this cutting contours button.
Love it. Ashley, I'm also just going to make you aware, I did not think about this. Your driver is arriving at 3 o'clock.
What time is it?
2:15.
Oh geez, we got to go. We need to move.
Me and Ashley could sit here for hours with you guys.
Probably, yeah.
Easily. Like effortlessly.
Okay, Swift Creek Customs does a lot of tutorials. I'm gonna get that sheet.
Come on over, my friends. Come back to me. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this show. I mean, Ashley, if you're in love with Ashley like we are here, you will get to see her across the channel. Again, she has worked with us to develop some laser videos, some Etsy videos, some paper crafting videos. We've collaborated on some of the best things that we think she is just an expert in and excels for our YouTube channel. So she is such a treat. We're so glad to have her here. Again, we love her cardstock. So she's grabbing the print out. If you have any questions for Ashley, she is a 6-figure Etsy seller. She is a paper crafting wizard, a amazing Caesar expert, and we absolutely adore and love her. So let us know if you have any questions. If you will have any questions, please let us know and we'll do action fire. So we're just go get them right on up. And yeah, is it printing?
It printed like it was a 12-inch print.
Okay.
What do we do here?
What do we do?
8.5 by 11, we're on the letter, press print, do that.
Also just be well aware your mic is on you whenever you walk out. Oh, thank you.
Well, thanks.
Sadie's taking care of us. I'm also going to drop you guys. I would love for you to also subscribe to Ashley's YouTube channel. So I'm going to drop you a link to Ashley's channel.
I swear I know what I'm doing.
Ashley knows what she's doing. Love it. Love it. Hey, Alicia. There's a new sheet of sticker paper.
I'm trying to reset this up because I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm thinking the same thing. Okay, this looks a lot better now.
Crazy.
Yeah, so awesome, thank you. Okay, so I just copied and pasted. I know I just did a whole lot, and I don't know if you saw any of what I did, but I just opened up a brand new window, copied and pasted my original thing that we had over here, and I put it onto a new canvas. Now, hopefully this works. Maybe this works. I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna print at 8.5 by 11. Let's do paper handling. We're gonna do 8.5 by 11, maybe. Oh, so here's the suggested paper size. It was wanting to print on 12 by 12.
Okay, perfect.
So
we fixed that.
That was what the problem is. So I think I'm pretty sure, yes. So it's printing. So we're gonna print.
Love it.
Awesome.
Love it. So good. Okay, so we have quite a few questions.
Yeah.
So we're going to get an action fire ready.
Okay.
For you. Someone said, Ash, I have a Juliet. I find it difficult to learn. Can you develop tutorials about basic use? No one has really done that. It would be helpful. So Evelyn. That was Evelyn.
I absolutely would. One of the main things that I always ask people is find one of my Caesar videos on my YouTube channel and give me project-based, like what basic things do you want to learn how to make? Let me know because I love being project-based.
Okay,
absolutely
let me just offer you, so here at Makers Gonna Learn, we teach not project-based. Isn't that interesting?
I
love that you do project-based. That's so fun.
I love being project-based because it gives somebody, the average crafter, it didn't work again. We're gonna have to scratch this. I don't know.
That's totally fine. This has been such a great combo. We're just gonna keep continuing on. Someone asked, Will you ever have 12 by 24 cardstock available in the cardstock shop?
Yeah, my husband is a part of my team, and when the venture first came out, we had talked about it, and I'm not entirely sure.
It's a big investment. I could only imagine. I mean, it's expensive to go larger.
It's expensive.
And it's the
less shipping that is the hang up here, because you know, to ship a box of cardstock for us, no matter where it goes, at the very minimum, it's $9. And that's,
no way.
Yeah, and that's a 12-inch cardstock box, like 12 by 12 inch. So like to double that size, like how much am I going to sell this paper for?
Well, have you seen how much Cricut charges?
A lot of money.
Yeah,
it's really expensive. Yeah, so I mean, maybe in the future, that's not something that's in the works. I'm still trying to grow the plain cardstock and the specialty cardstock lines a little bit more, and then maybe we'll get into that.
I love it. Okay, so I think we have a little bit of all the questions. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we want to go over. I know we had a lot of things to cover, but we also literally only have 30 more minutes until your dropper's coming. So I don't know if you want to come back over and we'll do Q&A.
I need to leave.
I know. Okay. I was telling them that you are such a wealth of knowledge, and like literally we just love being around you. So to ask any questions, 6-figure Etsy seller, you're working on an amazing Etsy workshop that everybody's going to have to get signed up on. Where is the best place that you want people to go to like learn more about you, stay up to date? Like where should we?
I would say either YouTube or Instagram.
Both.
Or both. I can tell you not today or, you know, this last couple days, but I show up for Instagram Monday through Friday, and if you want to see more behind the scenes, you want to go over there. But if you want the more polished Ashley Falco, you're going to stay on the YouTube.
So good. Yeah. Now, Gwen says, I have a joy. I've done nothing. I'm so intimidated. I'm not tech savvy at all. Gwen, I truly believe we have a $1 promo for our membership. If you join for $1, you would have 7-day access. Watch my 30-day challenge of mastering the Cricut. It is very bite-sized. It is very tangible. And it's all pretty much software focused. So you'll learn the software of your joy and you're gonna be crushing it.
The joy is so easy.
It's so fun.
And it's so little. It's like a little miniature thing.
I love it. I love it. We are not going to do any test cutting today, but that is available over on Ashley's channel to see the cuts and everything like that. We just have to be a little more mindful of her time with us. She said
I really wish I could do the test cuts, but this whole print and cut thing just has
crazy.
It's crazy, technology.
So anyway, her Instagram is under Ashley Falco.
Ashley Y Falco.
Ashley Y Falco. So fun. And then what's the speed of the cutting between the two machines? Liz is curious about. Tell me.
I would say it's extremely fast. I actually have like a reel of it on my Instagram that shows the difference between the two and the times.
Ooh.
So I do like a timestamp. This is how long it takes for this or this. Yeah. So it's really fast.
Yeah, Lindsay, those files are dropping today. So they'll be added to the site. Give us just a little bit and those will be added to the website. Super, super fun. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So any last minute questions for us here inside of Makers Gonna Learn's little chat with Ashley? I love it. I'm intrigued. I've learned a lot.
Have you?
Yeah, I wish I would love to have seen like more of the test.
I kind of wish that this live could be a little bit longer.
I know. We could have spent all day with them, like really diving in.
Yeah, we could have.
And we totally would have if I didn't remember. You literally have a plane to catch.
I would miss my flight.
I didn't think about that until like 5 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You have like worry written on your face.
Oh,
we got this. We'll do it.
Just so everyone's aware, I was always late for school and my mom was a last minute person. I am like very punctual.
I am too.
Yeah,
and
I am definitely.
It drives me crazy when people are late.
Me too.
We are twins. We were born somewhere.
Jen says, any new colors of cardstock coming soon?
Okay, so I was just talking to Tanner and Courtney about this, but we have 4 colors, and they are neon.
Ooh.
And I have a really good magenta pink color. And I like to compare it to the TikTok pink because like that is a hard, but we're talking like good neons. I got neon orange, pink, and yellow.
Ooh.
And then we have that magenta. Ooh. And then I have 6 or 7 new plain cardstock colors. So Courtney actually, she messaged me and she was like, I'm requesting these colors. I'm like, I got you, boo.
No way.
The new colors are inspired by Courtney.
All of them?
Pretty much.
No way.
I had one in mind, and it's kind of like this light brown color.
Oh, so this is our color.
Yeah, so
I want one of my next cars to be I'm going like between this or a like in my new studio in the Let's Hustle More Profit green. I'm either considering that green or like that.
Okay, so that color. Green that's in your new office is launching.
It's like the best forest green shade.
It is. It's a really good, and then this, and then this like tan color.
I'm gonna be making all the projects.
And then we have like a mustardy yellow. It's really good, really good, really good colors.
So we'll be having it here on the channel. We will be doing lots of paper crafts. If you are coming to National Craft Month, it's our big boot camp at National Craft Month. You'll be getting to see some of the projects we do with Ashley's paper.
I'm so excited.
As well as Make-a-thon. We have been doing a lot of paper projects around here, just naturally because we love it and it's so user-friendly and it's so much fun and it's so affordable. Ooh, have you ever thought about doing pattern cardstock?
I saw that question pop up and we've talked about this. Yeah. I have a hard time selling things that I don't personally love to make or I can stand upon. And pattern cardstock,
you're not a paper crafter, which makes sense you don't.
I am a paper crafter. I'm not a card maker.
I'm a card maker. So sorry.
So the thing with pattern cardstock, because I can't get behind it, is because you can go to like Tanner's website or a lot of different websites and buy the backgrounds.
Yes.
And then you can take my plain white cardstock, get yourself a 12-inch printer and print those patterns onto your 12-inch paper and you can have all the patterns that you want.
I will say pattern cardstock you hoard and you waste a lot.
A lot of it, but if you're like, oh my gosh, I want one of this pattern, then you can just print one sheet. The white cardstock for me is high quality. Most of the time the pattern cardstock is very thin.
Yes, and another thing, I got really excited when pattern vinyl came out, but when you start trying to use pattern vinyl and pattern heat transfer vinyl, it's just not practical. Like you cut things and you can't see the plaid design and things like that. So it's just not as practical as we once thought. We designed Throwback in 2019. We had branded, Courtney would design every month new patterned heat transfer vinyl.
Really?
We had a mystery box.
I did not know that.
It was very successful. Unfortunately, as you can imagine, it was very expensive, but very successful, and it was a lot of work. And
I would believe it.
It was called Maker Material. I don't know. Well, it was called Maker Material. We had an amazing launch. If you were a maker, material,
does anyone
remember that? We loved the pattern HCV and things like that, but anyway, did not work out too well. Someone asked difference between subscriptions. Our membership is one subscription. You can enter through the trial for $1 and in 7 days become a member. Gwen, if you already signed up for a $1 subscription, log back in. You may just need to commit to being a monthly member at $27. So I know there were some questions there. So yay, the best time with Ashley. She is definitely going to have to come back.
Yes.
Definitely. She is a lake person. She lived on the lake, so she'll have to come back during lake season and hang out. And yes, we can answer all of your customer service questions for us. hi@makersgonnalearn.com. And Ashley, if they have any questions about Celebration Warehouse, how can they reach out?
Just email. You can email me. It's on my YouTube, or you can just DM me on Instagram.
Yeah. So send those video ideas for the machine.
Yes, please do, because then I would love to help more
You're
people
posting
learn.
3 videos a week.
Yeah, I kind of blew your mind on that, but
I thought it was just 1 a week.
I am committed to 3 a week.
That's a lot.
I like to do a lot of everything. So like my channel is more of just like anything that I'm feeling up to doing, that's what I'm going to do.
So good. We love it. Well, Ashley,
thank
you so much for being here. I feel like I have to give you a hug.
Love
oh my
you,
gosh, so much fun. Guys, please be sure to reach out, follow Ashley, subscribe. It's so much fun. And buckle up because you filmed 10 videos with us here?
No,
8?
I think 11.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. He's working me to the bone.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. We have laser videos, Etsy videos.
Yes. Cardstock videos.
Cardstock.
Yes, we've talked a lot.
You're going to love it. And we cannot wait to see you back here tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern right here on the YouTube channel for another amazing show. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye guys.